What's up guys, it's Danta. Now today's video is all about completing the Mage Tower challenge on your Guardian Druid. Now this challenge ain't that hard, it's probably one of the easiest challenges right now in Dragonflight. For those that don't know, the Mage Tower returned whenever Blizzard had released patch 10.0.5. So yeah, if you have any other classes that you want a certain Mage Tower Transmog on, you can go and try out these challenges again. Now as for the Fel Werebear skin, it looks alright in my opinion, it's decent. It's not better looking than the regular one you could have gotten back in Legion, but yeah, it's a decent looking skin. Especially since the bear is so damn ripped, it's insane. It's like he went to the gym for 24 hours a day during Shadowlands just to skip the entire expansion. It's a decent looking skin. Alright, so even though Guardian Druids right now are pretty much OP as hell in Mage Towers because their damage is insane and they just can't die, I went with a single target build. Now the reason why is because I want to do more damage, and the more damage you do, the faster the challenge goes, the sooner you will have your skin, right? So you want to go with a single target build. Now I went with a single target raiding build, which also buffs my arcane damage. Now the reason why I want to buff my arcane damage is because then that way I don't have to focus on these ads. I just dot them up and forget about them. That's actually it. Now besides that, there aren't any talents that you need. You can basically just do whatever you want over here. But yeah, this build just made this challenge really easy for me. So if you want to use the same build, I'll have it in the description below. You can just copy paste it over here, or you can go to Wowhead and look for a raiding build. That's basically it for the build that I'm using. Alright guys, so as you can see, my gear is amazing, right? I have these 359 shoulders, which are great, and then we have these 359 boots. Oof, they helped out so much, man. They really did. Nah, just forget it. Basically, you can use whatever the hell you want, because this fight is very easy. Like, you can just use whatever gear you have. Now, the only thing that I'm wearing over here is a Spiteful Storm trinket, but it didn't do a lot of damage anyway. So if I can wear a garbage set and still clear it, then anyone else can do it as well. So yeah, that's actually it for gearing. Now let's finally start talking about the fight itself. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to explain the entire fight in a simple way, so it won't get overcomplicated, right? I like doing simple guides, so here we go. First of all, we have to deal with two phases. We have to deal with phase 1, where we have to kill the caster, and then we have to deal with phase 2, where we have to kill Kruul. So the first phase is not that hard, but there are just a couple of things that you gotta look out for. So first of all, whenever the fight starts, you will see that the boss will have this black puddle of stuff underneath him. Basically, whenever you enter that puddle to damage the boss, you will start getting a debuff. Now, I'd say get around 5 to 6 stacks of that debuff and then get out of the puddle, because if you get it higher, you will start getting a lot of damage. So just be careful how many stacks you have. The caster will also start casting Drain Life. Now, I don't know if I have to say this, but make sure you interrupt this. So make sure Drain Life is interrupted. There's a lot more happening during this fight. Basically, another thing that you gotta watch out for are these eyes that are spawning around the room. All you gotta do here is just dot them up with Moonfire and they will melt away. Now if they don't die fast enough, just make sure that you are facing the eyes, because if you are not, then it will blow you off the platform. Now the other thing that we gotta watch out for are these other ads that are spawning from these purple portals. Basically what we want to do here is we want to tag them as fast as we can. Make sure they don't stand close to Velen, because if Velen gets damaged enough, he dies and then the fight is over as well. So make sure you kite these ads away from Velen and just start AoEing them down. Now if they cast Netherstorm, make sure you use your interrupt, because it can deal a lot of damage. Now we as a Guardian Druid do a lot of damage as well, so it shouldn't really be a problem. But if they are casting Netherstorm, make sure you interrupt it. Now as you've probably noticed, there are also these golden orbs that are spawning. Basically what happens whenever you run through one of these golden orbs is that it will daze everything on the map. So yes, even the bosses. This is very handy. For example, whenever you don't have an interrupt, the boss is either going to cast Drain Life or one of these ads is going to cast Netherstorm and you are unable to interrupt them. Then you can just run through one of these orbs and it will daze them and interrupt them, which is nice. plus it heals you full, so it's a great emergency mechanic in the fight. Now there's just one more thing that we gotta talk about in phase 1, and that's basically the Infernal. So there will be a Infernal spawning, and this is probably the mechanic that kills most people. Now the Infernal will start smashing on the ground and he will start trying to push you off the platform, which happens to a lot of people. So you just want to make sure that you don't get smashed off the platform by the Infernal. That's actually all you have to do there. If it wasn't for that Infernal, I would have one-shot this challenge. So yeah, I gotta say that the Infernal is probably the reason why most people just wipe on these Kruul challenges. So next up is phase 2. Now whenever you kill the caster, Kruul will start flying down to the platform and phase 2 will start. Kruul is going to do 2 abilities that you want to look out for. Basically his first ability is Annihilate, which will do a lot of damage on you. So just make sure you have a defensive whenever he's going to cast that and you will be fine. Now another ability that he has is that he's going to jump around, and whenever he lands there will be this green fiery puddle underneath him. Make sure you dodge it. That's actually it. Now meanwhile there will be these eyes spawning around, these Infernals will start trying to blow you off the platform as well, and there will be these purple orbs that try to push you off the platform too. That's actually all there is to phase 2. So just a quick TLDR, basically whenever the fight starts, use your burst, try to do as much damage on the boss as you can, make sure you get around 5 to 6 stacks of the debuff that you get from the black puddle, make sure you interrupt drain life. Whenever these eyes are going to spawn, make sure you moonfire them. If they don't die immediately, just keep watching them because otherwise they will blow you off the platform. Then we also have these purple lads. Make sure you kill those purple boys as fast as you can. If they cast Netherstorm, interrupt them immediately and don't stack them on Valen because otherwise Valen will die. Then we have the Infernal. Make sure that the Infernal doesn't hit you. That's actually all there is to that. And if you're getting really low on HP, or if there's a cast that you can't interrupt, run through these golden orbs. In phase 2, what you want to do is make sure that you have your defenses whenever he's going to cast Annihilate. Whenever Kruul leaves a green puddle of stuff underneath him, just dodge it. Make sure you don't get pushed off the platform while these purple beams are trying to push you off. Keep killing the eyes and make sure you keep killing the purple boys. That's basically all there is to this fight. So guys, that's it for this Mage Tower challenge. It's very easy. It really is. Sure, if you've never played a Guardian Druid, then you will probably need a couple of attempts, but whenever you finally know what your buttons do, you will be able to do this challenge for sure. Now, I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope that it was helpful. If it was helpful, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave a like. Now, if you have any questions or suggestions, just leave them in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.